feeling it's the moment my life's gonna start. I got the feeling when the windows roll down in the car. I got the feeling if I wanna fly, I know that I could. I got a feeling it's all feeling good. I got a feeling it's all feeling good. The sun will show the way, I know the road to take. Throw all our cares away, I don't need to knock on wood. The time is on my side, let's all enjoy the ride. I got a feeling, it's all feeling good. I got a feeling, it's all feeling good.
Every time those lights come on, it almost blinds me.
I wish Alan would let me keep my shades.
Welcome to the WK Burnout Studio. I am Christina, and we are here today with Jeremiah Lamb. He is the general sales manager in our Boonville locations, at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Boonville and our Ford location. And Jeremiah, we brought you in to kind of go over a little bit of your first, how I want to say it. You gave responsibility to your sales team to go out in the community and make a difference. Mm-hmm. So your first event was for Columbia Second Chance, and Austin, Justin, and Brandon, right?
You got it. Crushed it.
Yes, they did. So they'll see on our Facebook page, because that day we heavily, put pictures of the dogs on there. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Wanted to come see the dogs, not us, I guess.
But so if you can kind of tell us a little bit now that it's been after the event, how do you think that Austin, Brandon, and Justin did?
I think they did great. It was put together probably in about 2 to 3 months. So there wasn't a giant time frame for this. When we first started it, it was just kind of a challenge to my sales group. I've always said that the best way to become successful in this business is to be a good person first and then to sell cars second. So to get out in the community and get community people involved, Columbia Second Chance, organizations like that, you're going to get more people to show up and see that you're involved in your community. So I thought that was huge for them, and they took it by the ropes and they did everything. I was great to sit back and delegate. I just got to say, hey guys, take it and run with it. And they did. I think they performed great. They had several meetings without me, like behind closed doors, players only, as they like to call it.
Players only, boys only, no girls allowed.
That's right.
Type thing,
they got to have their meetings, and they came and put a plan together and did it, and it was great. I mean, I thought it was a great turnout. I think 5 of the 10 dogs got adopted. I assume they're still working on more, and it's something they're going to continue repeating every year. They got a good food truck out that had great cheeseburgers. I think it's $5 and $50. It was delicious. They did a great job. We had plenty of people out there, plenty of puppies. Yep. You guys were there, took plenty of photos. I think it was a great success especially for their first time.
Yeah, I agree. And also it kind of helps your sales team, because a lot of people, they don't realize all that goes behind the scenes of making something happen. Yeah. Not only, taking pictures and having someone, the people show up, but letting people know, that, hey, we're going to have this event. We want you to come out. Yeah. And of course, I'm sure puppies and dog,
helps.
That definitely helps.
You can mess up a lot and just show a puppy and you'll be good.
Yes. I do agree. Yes. But I agree. They did very well by just promoting it. And there was no twisting arms, like, we got to ask you a few questions. We need to take your pictures, nothing like. And of course, I've known Austin for a long time, but he was completely on board with all of it. So yes, he was. And talking with the young lady who is kind of the in charge person of Columbia Second Chance, she was blown away by the amount of people that came out. Yeah. And
they were excited. They were really excited, which was kudos to Austin and Brandon and Justin to get them on board. And I believe it was Austin's wife that really had a hand in it too. Can't give it all to Austin. Shout out Reagan. But just putting it all together and watching them learn was the coolest part for me. Just sitting there and watching them go like, oh man, we could try this, or we could do that, or we can do this. Like, yeah, you can, you should do it.
Yeah.
Go and do it. It was great.
And sometimes people don't just take that initiative. You know, they sit back and they're like, oh, this would be a great idea. And it's, well, do it, act on it, you know, and if you fail, you learn, you know, and then you move on. But I honestly think it was great. And it was kind of cool. Of course, Bear was my favorite. I know. I thought you guys were going to take Bear home.
You know, I thought about it. And Haley really thought about it.
Oh, I know. Haley and I already had a custody deal worked out. Oh, he didn't know that?
No, did not.
Okay.
My dogs would be upset.
Well, what we were going to do was it was going to be a week on, a week off, you know, and here, you know, bring him into the dealership, you know, the Chevy store here, and then take him to Boonville the next week. And the hope was Kyle and Kelsey wouldn't notice this big German Shepherd just lounging around.
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, it didn't happen though.
Darn. I think he found a home, which sounds like was a much better circumstance than traveling between two homes. So shout out to Bear.
Haley and I would have been just fine with that little feller.
I'm sure.
But perfect. Well, anything that you kind of, you know, that kind of stuck out to you that, you know, that just mainly, I mean, of course, that how well the guys came together and just took on that project. But anything that kind of stuck out to you that?
Just the support. So it's one thing to, you know, like you said, think of an idea and then do it. We work for a company where Kyle and Kelsey and Ken promote it. They're like, yes, please go out in the community and do something, get involved. We want you to do it. They do it daily. They're always going to meetings. So it's nice to have, you know, owners that will support that and be with you. And not only their support, but the community support. Yep. We had a lot of people show up, and not a very long notice. It was pretty short, maybe 2 months of actually promoting it and having stuff in the community. And we could have done a much better job, I'm sure, of having flyers. And, you know, I thought we should get a billboard or a commercial, but that didn't work out. But, you know, I think it was a great response from the community to be there and, you know, be willing to come to a car dealership and you know, get a puppy.
Right.
You know, it's not typically where you go to get one of those. So it was nice to see everybody out. All of our staff was there. Everybody was having a good time. There was food. I mean, it's hard you've got hamburgers, puppies, and people. It's a good mix. So it was good.
Perfect. Well, and from the sounds of it, we'll be doing it again next year. Is that right?
That is the plan.
Okay. Austin.
No pressure, Austin. Brandon, Justin.
Brandon and Justin. Do they know that they're doing it again next year?
Oh, they know. Yeah, they know.
Kidding.
They're ready.
Well, perfect. Well, I know that Alan went around and took a lot of pictures, and we did some interviews with everybody, even, you know, some of the employees as well as some of them from Columbia Second Chance. And so it'll be fun to watch this video coming after this. But
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Me too. Well, good job, Jeremiah.
Thank you. Good job to the fellas that put it together, and for you guys for coming out, and the community. Like I said, it was a great time. We look forward to next year.
Awesome. Well, perfect. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, Mom.
Of course. Hey, Christina here. We are out here at WK Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Boonville with our friend Second Chance. This is the first annual Puppies and Pickups adoption day, where you can come out and, you know, probably about 6 to 8 dogs out here right now, and then later we'll have some other dogs to come through, and we'll showcase them throughout this episode. But we just want to kind of share with you exactly what Second Chance is about and get some familiar faces. So here we go. Director of Operations at Second Chance Organization, and just want to visit with her. And I don't know if you can see Bandit down here. I know he loves being picked up. He is life of the party, as you can tell. But just want to visit with Jordan a little bit. How long have you been with Second Chance Organization?
I was just hired in September of 2021, so I've been here just a little bit over a year at this point. Like she mentioned, I am the Director of Operations for Columbia Second Chance. I have been volunteering in animal rescue for probably about 6.5, 7 years at this point. I had started out just kind of in my local community, networking dogs, trying to find places for them to go when our local pound was out of space, because it broke my heart what would happen when they were out of time in those locations. And I know there's a lot of communities, in this area and the surrounding communities that all have that same issue. And that's why it's so important that organizations like Second Chance exist, because that's really how I formed a partnership with them. They were looking so many animals that I was asking for help with in the community. So I really, formed a fantastic partnership and relationship with so many with Second Chance. And then a job opportunity came along. So it was a really awesome fit. It's a passion turned job.
Good. Well, perfect. We just wanted to, kind of ask you a little bit about it, and we appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate the opportunity to bring our dogs out and also just raise awareness in this community. Who Second Chance is, why we do what we do, and also get our dogs some attention and hopefully get some adoptions today. We have had one adoption so far. So.
And there's quite a few people that are interested. So, and we will have the link below, how people can reach out to you guys for whether they see a dog here or inquiring about it. So.
Or if you're interested in fostering or adopting, volunteering with the Second Chance, we have so many ways you can get involved. If you're an animal lover, it's just the most rewarding thing you can do.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brandon here. He is part of the WK Boonville dealerships. And what he is here for is I wanted to ask him a little bit about, he's kind of the behind the scenes of this idea with Columbia Second Chance, and the putting it together and making it happen. So Brandon, what do you think of the first Second Chance?
I think we've done a great job today. We've had one dog adopted so far. We've had another application that's in the works, and there's been a lot of inquiries. So getting some dogs adopted, of course, it's our first one, so we've had some hiccups. The food truck lost their generator, so that's no good. But
I know a dog peed on the floor earlier.
Yeah, a couple little mishaps, but nothing too crazy. It's been a pretty good turnout, and everybody seems to have had a good time here today. So.
Good, perfect. Well, and if you are interested, you can, we have the links below, of course, but you can always visit Columbia Second Chance organization and inquire about any of the dogs that you've seen on our pages, or if you want to just foster, they need that as well, or donations. So either way, we appreciate it, and thank you, Brandon.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Brandon. I'm here at WK Boonville today.
My name's Austin Doyle. I'm sales associate here at WK CDJR. I'm Justin, also a sales associate here at Chrysler Dodge Jeep brand in Boonville.
We partnered with Second Chance today to put together the first annual WK Puppies and Pickups. Just thought it would be a good cause, get some dogs here that needed to find a new home. Shout out to the local food trucks. Local Eats and Sweets was down from Kansas City, and then 5 and 50 from Tipton. We're really thankful for how it turned out for the first ever one. We're hoping that next year it's even bigger. We put this together in about 3 weeks' time, so we're really just hoping with a year's planning we'll have a better turnout for next year and more animals get adopted. And this is our new store mascot, Pepperjack. The Wymas have adopted him.
Yeah. Surprise. Okay guys, hey, I have Tori here with Columbia Second Chance, and just gonna visit with her a little bit. She is kind of a master of all trades. So Tori, what all do you do with Columbia Second Chance?
So I've now been volunteering for about 2 years, and one really cool thing is I just kind of started off with fostering. I'm kind of started to get my feet wet, so I just, brought a dog home, housed them with me, and until an application came through. And then I just kind of started, it snowballed from there. I got even more involved. I started going to events like these, getting the dogs shown off. And then I even have jumped to, being on the volunteer committee, the events committee, on the board. It's just so fun that there's so many different avenues you can take to volunteering. It's not just you have to foster or have to adopt. There's so many fun routes you can take.
Perfect. So it's not just you take the dog home and you just wait until you can take it out. And
Right.
How often do you guys do events?
So this month we've had one just about every weekend. I'd say on average maybe about 2 a month, and normally it's on weekends. But we also do lots of other fun things, like we'll meet up at a dog park, or just at just a regular trail, things like that. We take the dogs for walks, put on their little bandanas. So there's so many different events and just walks and social events that you can do with the dogs.
Perfect. And I see there's a few more dogs that came through, but how often do you see, dog, on average, when someone fosters a dog, is there kind of an average time that it's in the home with the foster parent?
Definitely. I would say, you want to make about a 2 to 3 week commitment for it. But then some dogs, I have less than a week, and then others, you might have for a month or two, just kind of depending on the breed, the size, the age, kind of things like that. Yeah.
And then do you guys promote through social media? And I know you have a website, and we'll share all that information down in the comments. But how can they find you guys what's your biggest avenue of sharing where you will be at any events?
So we're really big on Facebook. Just Columbia, Missouri Second Chance on Facebook, and then obviously our website are our 2 biggest contenders. You can join our newsletter and things like that. So there's lots of different ways. We're actually trying to market more, out in the community with flyers and things. But definitely our website's a great way to find us.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Tori, for being here and helping and bringing all the dogs. I think there's a couple that some of the employees are kind of so Joey's got one right now that he's taking for a walk. So, and I said earlier, 10-15 minutes ago, I said, Joey, are you getting a dog? He's like, oh no, I'm looking. I see you walking in one.
I saw you guys in your shirts on walking the dogs around.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much again, and hopefully we'll see you guys next year.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.